This is your weekend market recap for Friday, May 20th, 2022. Let's do this. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at EXPI Realty, a.k.a. the Trading Agent. This is your weekend market recap for Friday, May 21st, 2022. Let's get into it. Happy Victoria Day weekend for my Canadian friends, and let's get into it. So again, if you're newer to the channel, the board, check out the Discord link. It's in the description below. If you have any questions about this video, any thoughts about the markets, the economy, what's going on, if anything doesn't seem clear, please stop by. Also, too, as I always tell you, people, sometimes one thing is just the difference between them moving forward and being a successful trader and not, and hopefully we can help you fix that. So let's start off with first of admonishment of just, hey, admit, hey, today was not the best day for shorting oil and XOP stuff. It looked like it was ready to go, put off a lot of signals during OPEX. We'll have to see next week. Please stick around to that part of the video. It's going to be very interesting. Also, again, just in general, we said this many times, be careful chasing shorts, at the lows. Like OPEX, trade the extremes, gets really choppy. All that played out exactly as we thought this week. I mean, you had some big moves up and down this week. And if you made some nice coin scalping, hey, congratulations, making quick money. That's awesome. If you're kind of a swing trader like myself, it was more of a week you just try to tolerate and you get through it. That's what I hate about OPEX. It just really just drains me. Again, if you're newer to the channel, check out the Twitter as well. I'm posting live trade alerts on here constantly. That was the last week's weekend or Stock Traders Almanac. You can see always dropping stuff. Anyway, Bitcoin, it's pretty much the same every day. Need to get away from this level just like it was here. I don't like this action because if it doesn't break to the upside, it's probably going to break down. So where does it go from there? I don't know. If this is a head and shoulders top, it could get really ugly. Really not much to say other than that. Bitcoin is just one of those things where in this market, it seems very risk on versus risk off, meaning it's not an inflation hedge. It's not really a market hedge. It's just seems to be very oriented to what I would say money flows. If there's like liquidity floating around out there, it finds its way into Bitcoin. If liquidity dries up, I have a sneaky sense that it'll probably pull back. That's just my guess. I could be wrong. That's what we always say. Liquidity really drives, I think, some of the digital currencies, because to me, I don't think they really have much value. Certain ones probably do, but as a whole, they don't. Interesting day, the bond market. As the market was pulling back, we said, watch the range yesterday, getting back in the channel in the 20-day. And then I said, even said this yesterday, I think in the video, I said, if there's upside, I would be guessing it's probably 120. And the reason why is check out the monthly. Seems very apparent. It's the backside of this old channel. It was also just, I would say, this week's lows. So you have a doji. Hey, red alert, doji at the lows, could be bouncing. TLT has been a struggle in the sense that there's just been so many things going on and it hasn't moved as well. If you wanted to buy the TLT calls and you did, I can understand the logic there. I don't believe in V bottoms. I know this thing ultimately probably is bottoming in this area. We literally picked the bottom day. It's kind of crappy. I literally got in at 112 and sold up here at the 20-day. Didn't really make a ton of money because it was like my first entry. I thought we'd chop back, but that's part of swing trading. That's where you got to be careful. The dollar, again, TLT, I think rates are going lower this summer, but we'll see what the market does. I feel like people are buying. The dollar under the 20-day. Now, again, ChopX, OPEX, whatever you want to call it, this action to me, it's hard. It's real hard. You see the distribution red, but you check the monthly out and you go, well, is it breaking out or is this chopping? Because again, this is the monthly, so there's still days to play out. But when you look at the weekly, it probably doesn't look as bullish. It looks like more of a reversal, which again, it can do that, but again, the V tops, it's I'm not under the influence of drugs. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not under the influence that this thing is probably going to pull back a ton. Just keep that in mind. I just don't think it is. Now, I could be wrong. I've watched the dollar for a long period of time. It just seems like the way the market's acting, I don't think there's a ton of downside in the dollar because people are scared. VIX, every options expiration, just don't forget this, is a VIX termination week. When I say VIX termination, I mean they are trying to kill as many puts and calls as possible. And the best way to do that and to get people to puke is to chop heavily, up and down and down and up and up and down. And what did we say? Once you couldn't get over this channel, you're probably getting back to like the mid 20s. Well, look at them apples. And then look, pop, pop, flop, pop, flop. That is the definition of trading extremes during OPEX. You're welcome if you were able to capitalize on such. I respect that wholeheartedly. The SPY, I mean, the same kind of action. Chop and chop. Now people are going to say, it's the bottom. Look at the long wick. It's time to bounce. Everything's great. Oh my. Oh, no, we're still under the 20-month. You look at the weekly. I know it's probably going to show you a little bit of strength. No, not really. I mean, technically, it's higher highs and higher lows. You have to go with. So what does that mean? And what does go with mean? What does that mean? Well, I feel like you got to get over these highs to be bullish. That sounds harsh, but that's the reality. I mean, you're making lower lows. So one day doesn't make a trend, and it's amazing. Like, everybody's trying to catch the bottom, but then also everybody's kind of bearish. And so at this point, you know, when's the last time? I think I was reading something like the last time the S&P 500 had 7 down weeks in a row was like 1932 or something silly. I don't know. I don't have the charts to confirm that. But this isn't like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. I guess that's a doji. This isn't like a big candle. I hope people realize that. It's not like some big wide open, like, you know, I mean, listen, I mean, you've got weeks. I mean, you got 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, here you had 5 weeks that were bigger moves than this. You know, I struggle with this has to bounce thing. Now, again, you're at some support and resistance. We've talked about this. Channel lows. I don't trust it. There's nothing to look forward to. The economy is slowing. Earnings are terrible. Everyone's saying, oh, the next quarter will be good. It's like, will it? What at this point is bullish going forward? What has the administration done? What are the Feds going to do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. People start thinking that, hey, look, you know, the Feds are going to do this, and the Feds are stuck. Unemployment's at the lows, technically. So what does that mean? That probably means what? They got to raise rates. Market doesn't like that. They got to pull liquidity. The market needs to kill inflation. I mean, I guess I didn't really say much about the Qs. I'll say this, what I say in every video. Hey, this is the first time the Qs have broken and stayed below the 20-month. Every time that you had like a bounce point in a nice bull market move after that. Not now. Not now. No, it's a head and shoulders top. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Lower lows. We shorted up here. It's been a solid trade. At this point, again, I still think we go back in the time machine. Since it is the weekend, let's talk about it. This is what the first capitulation looked like. Down 50%. And that was quick. That was what I'm talking about. I mean, like, that's a real puke. We have not seen a puke. So how much do you trust this down move? I trust it more than the up move. Because what has happened? I mean, we've talked about this. Nice, smooth uptrend. Steeper ascent. Holy crap, steep ass ascent. Steeper than... I'm not even going to say it. It's very steep. So steep it puts you to sleep. So, at that point, what now? I mean, could there be a bullish month coming up? Could June be that month? I don't think so. I think it's just more of the same. More chop to lead to more drop. Bulls, you don't know what a bear market's like. And again, I know there's a strong counter rally coming, but you need the capitulation. I don't think this week was a capitulation. And if we hold, I just think it makes some sort of choppy, sloppy pop moves, which would, to me, would be like this stuff. It'd be like this, you know, like where it just took a couple weeks. Now, keep in mind, like, look at options expiration in April, pop up, then flop. When was the last option expiration? In March. Yeah, you had a pop and chop. Let's not go there. Let's look at February's OPEX. Yeah, it chopped and then flopped. So again, I mean, Let's not paint the narratives. Let's just see what happens. IWM again holding the 2018 2020 highs. Gold, oh, they love it. This volume is awesome. So much conviction down. Look at all the people buying. Oh, never mind, they're not. No, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. Check out the weekly. I mean, we back tested the old downtrend. I mean, at this point, I mean, you can say whatever you want to say about this action. I would not call it bullish. I would say oversold. Oh, did you see the bullish divergence on the daily? Yikes. You and your stochastics are going to get you murdered at some point. And I'm saying that nicely. So at this point, what do? I mean, I shorted it at 172s and then 172 today, around there. So again, at this point, 20-day, I mean, the 20-day is curling down. It's not your friend. The first time you hit it, I mean, keep in mind, like, let me find a downtrend, like off the top. Man, he didn't even get back to the 20-day. That was just ugly. Here we go. Here, like, once the 20-day acts like a resistance, you just, know your boundaries. I just, tomorrow or Monday, the 20-day will be like here, and then Tuesday it'll be here. And so I don't think there's much upside. And shorting, layering in. People say, well, Dan, you love gold. Why would you short gold? Because you know why? High volume highs and high volume lows love to retest. This area will be your friend again, not your enemy. You wait for it. Silver. I don't like it. Oh, but it's bouncing. Yeah, because it was oversold. I mean, you go from 24s down to 19s. Bounces $1, you're getting real excited. Now, again, look at this timeline in history. Notice how every top and bottom retest. Bottom retest. Top retest. Tops chop and retest. Double top. Now, this is where you don't get a double top. You need the blow off. We have not exhibited that kind of 17 down to 11. Oh, we have not exhibited that blow off tendency yet. Just, I know people want to, I mean, go to Twitter. If you really want to see how to identify a bottom without even charting, go to Twitter and just watch. Watch people post. Watch people get so excited about a little bounce. And when's the last time you saw a silver bounce really for the long run with everyone excited about it and bullish? I've never seen a bottom in silver that didn't just make me want to pull my hair out and throw something at the ceiling or a window or throw a monitor. You know, when you got so many monitors, you buy one so you can toss it. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You know, you want to get bullish on it? I'm going to pass on it. And again, I'll show you why I just have no interest in the miners. AG, wow, nice bounce. Awesome. You got a little volume at the lows. Just, God, man, pass on it. AEM, love this company. They're doing good stuff. Nice bounce. Coming lower. NFGC, as we said, sold a little bit of this. I think this guy gets bought out. Usually Mr. Sprott knows a lot about miners. Seems like the 5s will test again. Have no doubt. Nice look up and then close near the lows. Not bullish. Pass on it again. Oversold bounce. Oversold bounce. Oversold bounce. Not that excited about it. Check out the monthly. Channel low 16. You see, again, set your alarms. Set your alarms, folks. If you like these names, you set your alarms. Letter X. I told somebody in the Discord room, I will pay you not to buy the stock. They bought it anyway. It ran up to 25 and then it's making lower lows. Leave it alone. VALE. Oh my gosh, it's popped today. Look at that doji. I don't trust it. I just don't trust it. Now again, it could pop up to 17. That would be okay. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to the moon. Probably going to pull back. It's really that sample. Oh man, I've been forgetting about Arrow. My bad. CCJ, 200-day. I mean, I told the uranium folks, like, you guys, you always get beat up at the lows and you get beat up at the highs. So why would it be a V? Like, I don't know. I'm just at this point where it's just like, leave the stuff alone. We haven't capitulated, but it's holding up so well. I get it. I get it. It's definitely holding up, but doesn't mean it's bullish. Whatever. Arrow daily. What did we? Oh gosh, sorry about that. Liked it at the trend bottom. Does it typically? I mean, maybe this is a little. This thing should be a buy down here. Maybe this is one we missed on. I'm gonna set my alarm. Watch it for 10. Let me write that note down again, because that is a high possibility. $10 area. Arrow. Put that in your logbook. Check that out later. I like this. I mean, I would like to see a double bottom. I'd like to see the market capitulate, puke, bleh, everywhere, and then we buy. John Deere got absolutely murdered. So what do you think happened today when Mosaic and CF? Bang! Told you guys, do not trust the pops. Bam, slam. CF, head and shoulders top. Slam, bam, bam, bam. Wow, 110 down to 95 in no time. This is not bullish action, y'all. Tech. Someone's like, hey, you should cover your short today. I'm like, it's like, what? Wake me up in the 70s. No, I don't care. I'm not scalping this thing. We got in short here. We took off 2/3 of it. And when it broke here, that's when we took off. I didn't add back because I'm shorting oil. I'm literally going to go out there and I'm going to pump my own oil and gasoline until oil drops. No, it's just, again, I can't do everything. People are like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Hey, you know what? I got my third position, whatever that means to you, partial position, and I'm just going to let it ride because I'm playing with house money. And every time AMD peaks, it ultimately gets absolutely murdered. And I don't know if that's a song, but let's just call it the AMD murder song. Because, I mean, again, I don't want to talk bad about AMD or say the word murder implying like someone's really going to get hurt. It just means that the stock ultimately gets hurt. So I don't know if YouTube will like hit this video with some sort of warning, but that's the truth. Like this stock gets slaughtered. AMD, just not pretty. So, you know, someone's like, oh, I get shorted, I get back in, short. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is the easy money short. We talked about it. Go check the videos, check the alerts, check our social media. Obvious short. Apple. You know what? Congratulations, Apple. You've turned into a real turd. It's due to bounce. Long wick. Check the monthly out. Below the 20-month. Maybe it gets back to 143. Then you can short it. I've said this a bazillion times. Tech is going into hibernation, meaning the bears are going to slaughter it. Just leave it alone. Again, people don't realize like money rotates. When the tech bull market ends, you don't want to own it, or you might have to wait 13 years to get back to even. Yeah, Facebook. I mean, it's breaking this little uptrend. It doesn't necessarily, again, it's not really following through. So, but you could watch it. I mean, it obviously looks like a short. I mean, I like that. Absolutely like that. So at this point, just watch it. You know, like I have the feelings that at this point, it's, what's the best way to describe it? It's killing everybody, and it's ultimately going to go lower. And when I say killing everybody, it's just frustrating because the big gap down and then the pop and then the lower low and then the pop to lower high, it's just channel surfing. That's my guess. Probably channel surf until the next earnings and then it'll gap lower. People go, you're crazy. Facebook is the future. It's like, good God, are you kidding? Nobody lives in the metaverse. Not when you're poor. Maybe only if you're poor because you have like nothing better you want to do and try to enrich and better your life. Maybe that's what you do. I don't know. I don't play a lot of video games. That stuff is a waste of time. I play my mental games. Roblox got hold of 20 day. It's really simple. All right, Tesla. Oh, snap. Oh, no. Making lower lows. See you on the low end. I've said this a bazillion times. This was the blow-off parabolic move. Now you're owning the stock and you are hurt. And notice the red days, more volume. This is not being accumulated. This is being distributed. No, actually distributed. Let it go. Telling you, just let this thing go because I don't know how low it could go. It could go back to double digits. 100, I don't know. EXPI, fundamentals matter. Nah, they really don't, because this stock can't get over the 20-day. This company's absolutely murdering the real estate business, doing so well. UTHR, I don't know what else to say other than I keep saying it's going to get bought out at some point. Holding up high in this market. Somebody has to know something because they're not selling it. That's all I'm going to say. Let's end it on USO. Gangster. Gap and trap, gap and trap, gap and trap, gap and trap. Fill the gap, hold the 20-day. Now what? Oh, man. Doji on a Friday. I got so excited that this was game over for this thing today. Oh, my God. Rather embarrassing because it didn't play out like that. But maybe it's just this. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. Noticing a trend here. This, that, this, that. Yeah, it's not been bullish. Yeah, just let it go. I mean, I could go into all the little signals you're seeing into this thing to sell. I mean, it's just the one thing that I always tell people, when a narrative seems so obvious and certain that you can't find a single person who thinks the otherwise opposite, you're going to have problems. You'll go, what does that mean, problems? That means that the market is all in, and the market being dumb money, not smart money. Smart money is distributing. Look at the daily, right? Look at this. Peaks, high volume, just chop, 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 chop. Who's buying up here? Who's buying up here? Probably not smart money. So you look intraday, you see all these little distribution symbols. You see this little signal. Yeah, this was kind of like a buy one intraday. That was what's so confusing. Selling. That's major distro after hours. This is all distributive. Distributive. Trappy. Again, it's so much easier. I don't know why it doesn't look the same. I think this has all hours. That's why it looks. You see how it has all hours? It gets funky. My other computer that I show doesn't. You can see, at the lows gets compressed. Let me see if you can see this on the hourly. I apologize. I don't really manipulate the charts that often. It's been so long. How to change regular sessions, non-sessions. I don't want to mess with it. Well, all right. Distributive, right? Light volume. Distributive. Light volume. Sloppy, choppy, choppiness. It's going to lead somewhere. You go back and you can literally see this thing just over and over. Let's go back to the original because I think people need to see the April highs. Is that nope, March highs. I apologize. I'm just doing this on the wing. Here we go. Pops, traps, distribution signal, sell signal, goes lower. W bottom, pops up, head and shoulders top, drops, chops to lower lows. Hold trap, look at the volume, rips, head and shoulders top, flops. You see how you can see all these recurring patterns. That would have been a hard bottom to call, honestly. Notice how it retested right here, choppy top. Looks like a head and shoulders top. We talked about that, flopped, and then what? This is hard. This is really hard. And again, it peaking during OPEX. I'm telling you, please watch these videos. People in the Discord room who are talking, like they see like why I get excited. I don't think it's going higher because everybody's all in. Now let's go look at the ExxonMobil. We talked about this today. Like, could this be a top during OPEX? Dogecoin, whatever. Doji. Look at that. I've said on the monthly a bazillion times because nobody watches the monthlies. Just Dan. This is a major distributed zone. Why this thing move? There you go. This is a major. Where's the bottom of the box? What's up, cat? Jumped in my lap. There you go. Sorry about that. This is a major distributive zone. Imagine if all these years you've made money every time you shorted or sold ExxonMobil up here. Well, look at that straight line move. Dangerous. Just dangerous. Let's end it on XOP because this is where it looks so ominous. Oil. Notice, okay. pops up, right, with Russia. Whatever, I think it was here. Yeah, backs off. Now we've been creeping up on lighter volume. Distributive. Bottom holds. Pops to a lower high. Distributive. Pops to a lower high. Chopping. This is tough. This is tough. However, you go look intraday. Let's get to the 10. Again, this computer, it's harder to see. Hopefully we can find a few of the signals that are easy to see. End of the day. Tight action. Big volume. Not bullish. Opening candle. Sideways. Not really bullish. Again, you see it all at the end of the day in the opening. You saw this pop yesterday. That was nuts. They lined up all the bids. It came right back. Somebody was just like, hey, pop it so I can sell. Okay. Look at the open. Sell. Look at the close. Tight candle. Tight small candle. Held up. Led chop. Later. Again, I hope you can see, like, they marked this thing up. That's a tough one because it's a doji at the lows. But, I think people are still selling. They gap it up, then chop. This is not an easy chart on the 10-minute. This is not something that you go, well, I can master every move in the 10-minute. Because if you think you can, it's been tough. And again, ChopX. I'm going to repeat this until you never forget it. And hopefully next time OPEX is around, you go on vacation. It's literally can be that annoying. And so what do you have today? A Doge. Held the 20, 50 day. At this point, and again, with all the oil trades, you need more information. I can't confirm bullish or bearish at this moment. And again, I think it's bearish, but the action is doing what? It's chopping you out. What do we know? Chop leads to something big. If you look at the big long-term charts, I think it seems obvious lower, but guess what? It doesn't necessarily mean you can't, what I call knee bend. You do a reverse reverberation in the opposite direction. So if you're going to go down, you pop up real quick, and then you slam. I saw that today, and we popped back, which was kind of wild. If you watch, here, look at the 10-minute, we saw it. Here you go. You did this and then it popped back. That, to me, was the hard part. Anyway, have a good weekend. Stop by the Discord room. If you got questions, I am going to be around for most of the weekend. I got a few things to do on Saturday night. And other than that, I'm around. And if you want to talk about this, let's dig into this deeper, because I know there's something to be learned here. And honestly, the biggest lesson always is, even if I'm excited about something, I can be wrong. Trust me, there's going to be a time you're going to be in the Discord room. If you're a friend, you become family to me, you're going to recommend something and it looks obvious. We all agree and we go, that looks like the right trade, and it doesn't work out. And guess what? I'm not going to be mad at you. You can't be mad at me, kind of thing, because ultimately we have to stick to our plans. Like, it's the same thing of following anybody. Like, there's really smart traders out there that, again, look at their batting average. If you stick around, you see I have a high batting average, but guess what? I can be wrong. And when I am, I eat it. I own it. And that's what, and again, at this point on the XOP with drip sales, I don't know if we definitely are wrong yet. I hope that makes sense. We just need more evidence. We got ChopX. Look at the weekly. What do you see? Small doji. Long wicks chopping. It just seems so obvious. It just seems so obvious. I think we get back. Pretty crazy how you channel up. You break out of the channel for a couple days and you back test it, and it's like, boom. You can draw it multiple ways. Let me just do it while if you have a second. We'll end it here, because you can draw it. Again, sometimes I do this, like you have the extension of the upside channel. It's like you could create a double version of the bottom side of the channel, whatever. Anyway, we will talk to you guys later. Be safe. Again, study. Spend an hour. If you spend an hour a day studying, watching videos, dialoguing with me in the room, asking a few questions, I guarantee you're going to be a better trader. You're going to make money in the long term. It's logical. You'll see. I'll talk to you guys and gals later. Have a great weekend. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.